What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weather the Storm podcast with Hurricane Shane Burgos. I'm my man, Coach John Rahn.
What's up, everybody? So last week we talked about Weather the Storm and the title of the podcast and everything and what it meant to both of us. So we're actually going to break down the word storm. We're going to create an acronym and we're going to break it down. Today we're going to talk about the S, and to us the S is sacrifice. So I'm going to jump in. I'm going to ask Shane, big question, it's probably a heavy question. What is the biggest thing you had to sacrifice to pursue your dream of becoming a one-day UFC champion?
Time. That's probably the biggest thing I'd say, and that's time. And that's such a
Good answer.
It's a broad answer because it's
Good
time.
answer.
It's the best answer because I've sacrificed a lot of time. My friends want to go out, they want to do this stuff. My girlfriend wants to go out. My wife now, but at the time she wants to go out. She wants to do things. I don't have the time to do things. I sacrificed a lot of my time to be where I'm at today, and especially now, it's even more of a sacrifice because I have a daughter now. I'm married. I got a house. I mean, like that time, like I'm never gonna get that time back. So I sacrifice a lot, and I put a lot of stock in. There's a lot of value in that time that I can't spend with my daughter, like because I'm busy training, and then when I do have some time, especially in fight camp, I'm exhausted, man. Like it's really exhausting training for these fights and dieting. It's just very mental. So that's the biggest thing for sure is the time sacrificed away from my baby girl and my wife and the rest of my family, my friends. They don't really see me that much, so time, I'd say, is my biggest sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean
It's probably I was gonna ask you, but I feel like it's probably the same answer for you, honestly, right?
yeah, it's hard for me to not say time just because I spend so much time
Here.
in this in the gym working and training. So even when I'm not in the gym, owning your own business is not the luxurious. We talked about it another podcast. It's not like a great thing sometimes, like because I always bring work home.
Yep.
I mean, you bring work home also. It is what it is. I mean, you sacrifice so much for that end result that you want. It's a very hard thing. I think everybody sacrifices though, like you have the dad that works in the city all the time that has to commute back and forth.
That's my dad.
Yeah, my dad was the same way. My dad, retired NYPD lieutenant. It's, I know everybody sacrifices.
Yeah.
But I think everybody sacrifices because, like, you're sacrificing at the end of the day to provide for your family.
There's a reason why you sacrifice, and when you do sacrifice and you hit that goal, it's so worth it. I mean, not to say that it's worth it to not spend time with my daughter, but I sacrificed that time, and now look where I'm at. After my fight, what do? I brought my daughter to Disney World, and she had the time of her life. I mean, 2.5 years old, she was literally glowing with excitement, and
until she saw Goofy.
She's scared of Goofy, but she loved Minnie. Yeah. But just to see that smile on her face, I was like, all that hard work, all that sacrifice. Just see that face and see her excitement, see her happiness. It was 100% worth it.
Yeah, no, it definitely is worth it. And I think the word sacrifice scares people.
Yeah, it is scary.
But I think that if you break it down even further, like basically you're sacrificing for your why, like that big why in the sky. Like, what do I really want? Like, why am I doing all this? And I think everybody has their own why.
100%.
And if you have a family to provide for, or even if you have your own fitness goals, or you're stuck in a rut, like, and you figure out like what you really want, you're gonna have to sacrifice to get there. You have to
Exactly.
Sometimes some of your time has to be dedicated solely to. It's a little selfish. It sounds selfish, but I mean it's part of really getting to where you want to be.
It does sound selfish, but in the end, it really isn't selfish. You're sacrificing that time. You're sacrificing especially if you have a family. I mean, I'm speaking for myself because I have a family, but even if you don't have a family, you're sacrificing for your goals.
Yeah.
And I feel like you need to live a life worth living. And if you're living life without goals and you're just going day through day, working at 9 to 5 without any end goal in sight, like that's not life. You're not living. You're just going through the motions. And when I'm sitting on my deathbed, I just want to look back and be like, you know what? That was a hell of a ride. That was a life worth living. And I feel like I'm already on track to do that. And that's my goal. When I'm laying on my deathbed, I just want to look back and be like, that was a hell of a ride.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think too what you just said was spot on. Goals. Once you establish those goals, then your sacrifices are more meaningful. Like why you're not going out to a party. I train a lot of younger athletes. that's one of the biggest things I tell them is just sacrifice, be a little selfish, invest in yourself, and big doors will open.
Yep.
Not many people are able to do it sometimes or willing to do it. And I do think, success is a choice. I always say that to my athletes, like, you're choosing like to go to that party, or you're choosing to not wake up to go to training.
Yep.
But the sacrifice thing, I think across the board, everybody has their own sacrifices, and I do really believe that whether you're a pro athlete or a business owner or someone that has fitness goals that they're having trouble hitting,
Just a high school athlete or just a regular person.
just a regular guy.
You got to have those goals.
Yeah, that's your roadmap.
Exactly, and the sacrifice makes the goal. Once you hit that goal, it makes it so much more worthwhile.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yep, that's the first one of this one for the acronym of STORM. We'll get into the rest of them, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time. Make sure you guys follow us. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit us up on Instagram. You should see it like right here. My boy Aaron's gonna hook it up, so it's like right here. All right, thanks guys.
Later.